MS-DOS doesn't naturally run on a modern PC without emulation. Emulation creates an accurate experience of using MS-DOS or any old software, but emulation isn't always perfect. Luckily, DOSbox recreates the DOS experience right down to the program commands. This guide will show you how to use DOSbox to play DOS games using two different methods: the authentic original way and a quicker, easier method that foregoes all of the commands. Playing DOS games requires 4 steps: downloading the DOSbox application, creating a games folder, getting the games, running DOSbox. The DOSbox application is a free program used to open and run DOS games. The easiest way to download the app is to search DOSbox download into your search engine of choice. The first result should be the DOSbox website. The website has a downloads link at the top of the home page. Clicking on downloads will open to a second page. Click on the green download button at the top of the page. Double-click the installer to run the installation. Running DOS games requires setting up a folder for DOSbox to pull from. This folder will act as a host for DOSbox once you have it running. Follow these steps. Select a convenient location for a new folder, preferably in the root directory of your PC. Right-click and drag your cursor to New, Folder, and click. Name the new folder something recognizable, for example, DOS Games. Finding and downloading games is easy. Websites like My Abandonware have plenty of DOS games that are listed as free by the publishers. Search for a game you want to play and click the download button on that game's page. Some beloved games will need to be paid for, as these games' rights are still held by the existing publishers. Thankfully, most of these are cheap. Find the .zip file and be sure to extract the game into the game folder you created earlier. Each game's files differ. Some games will have multiple files, while others may be just one .exe file. For games with multiple files, simply create a new folder and name it that game. Running DOSbox the classic way will require a few steps every time you open the program. The first of which is mounting the virtual Z drive to your drive. Run DOSbox exe located in your DOSbox folder. Type the following into the command line. The command line should look like this. My games folder name is DOS Games. Replace that text with the name of your folder. Type the following command. With your games folder mounted, you can now display the directory in DOS. Doing so will make selecting a game easier for you. Type the following command. The games in your folder will be displayed. The next step is to have DOS examine the game you decide to play. Look at the directory and find the game you want to play. You will need to type in that file name. It should look something like this. Obviously, replace Hugo's with your game's file name. The next step is to run the .exe file. Doing this will turn the DOSbox's DOS emulator into the actual game. The .exe name for Hugo's House of Horrors is HHH, so I would type the following. DOSbox will now play the game. The much easier way to play a DOS game is to simply drag the executable file, that .exe file, into the DOSbox application icon. Simply open the game folder, open the folder for the game you want to play, find that .exe file, and then click and drag it into the DOSbox application icon. To toggle between full screen and windowed, press both the Alt and Enter keys together.